Hello everyone, welcome back to another collective reading. It certainly has been some time where I've been able to post. I haven't done a lot of readings for myself, for other people, and I haven't posted a collective reading or a pick a card reading in a really long time. And I'm really hoping to do more pick a card readings moving forward. With that, I feel like I need actual recording equipment because they take an extensive amount of time, and I'm using my phone right now to record these readings, and my phone doesn't hold that much time. And if I were to record it on my phone, it would just take up so much space, and it's just not really conducive to do it on the phone. I just wanted to let you guys know that moving forward, I want to be doing a lot more pick a card readings versus just collective. So with that being said, with this being a collective reading, I want everyone to practice and exercise their discernment, because there may be messages that are tailored for a select few or just for an individual. So whatever doesn't resonate with you, leave it behind and only take what does. The intention of this reading and all of my readings, whether it's a personal reading, pick a card, or collective, is to help you be empowered by helping you trust your own intuition more. And so when I am doing these readings, I want these to really help you connect to your intuition more by solidifying with confirmations or clarity on downloads, synchronicities, signs, messages, what have it, that you have already been receiving from Spirit. So I'm going to hop right into the message, and I'm going to start out by saying that first of all, it's not that you are not ever connected to the divine or great spirit or your spirit guides or your higher self. It's just that there are times where we seem to be more plugged in, where we're getting the messages and the guidance and signs more clearly. And I feel like you're really going to be coming into a time where you're going to be connecting with spirit greatly, whether that be your higher self or your spirit guides or however you resonate with those higher forces, so to speak, that are guiding us and assisting us on our path. So you are really going to be coming into a time where you are moving into that. And I have to say that I feel like it's happening very rapidly, that it's going to be coming very, very quickly for you, where you will be so plugged in and connected to your spirit guides, and you're going to be getting the messages, and you're going to be communicated with, and you're going to get the guidance and everything a lot more clearly that Spirit and your spirit guides have been communicating to you. And what that is about is, I feel like it's about whatever work that you have been putting in towards. So if it's like towards a project, if it's towards your mission, it's basically whatever it is that you are being called to do, that you feel within your spirit that you are being led to, where it feels kind of bigger than yourself. You can call it your mission, if you want to call it that. So you're going to be coming into a very prosperous and fruitful time in regards to your mission and what you're supposed to be doing, your higher calling. And you're going to be connecting to Spirit, getting the downloads, the signs, and the messages a lot more clearly, guiding you along the way. And I also feel that it's going to be an extremely powerful time for you in a couple of different ways. And one of those is that you are going to be seeing how powerful you are by the intentions that you have set, by the seeds that you have planted, by the fruits of your labor that you have already done, starting to show up and manifest the results for you that you have been working towards. The other thing is that I feel like you're going to be coming into some kind of awakening. And with that being said, I have to repeat this. It's just how the message is coming through, is that you are going to be receiving so clearly from Spirit the guidance that is going to be assisting you with your mission or whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, the path, the steps that you are supposed to be taking next. Like, you are 100% completely backed and supported. And so that is another way that it's going to be very powerful for you, is you're going to feel like you're going to have a lot more spiritual backup and support if you feel like you kind of have been, like, I don't want to say missing out, but if you feel like you haven't been getting that a lot, or if you've been trying to find it more, that's really going to be coming into a play. And with that being said, I'm being connected over here to the Seven of Wands. And because you are going to be so significantly and clearly guided in all the things that you are supposed to be doing next, or however those messages are going to be coming through, I feel like you might be coming across, how do I want to put this? Some things that might challenge you in that way, where this is a really kind of bland example, but it's the best one I can think of right now, where maybe other people or sources may oppose you, or they don't agree with it, or if this is something internally with yourself, such as like playing small, like imposter syndrome type of thing. Just to name a couple, not limited to, but just to kind of give you an idea. So I'm just pausing for a second because I feel like I'm getting another message, and I just want to make sure I say it clearly. Spirit is just saying, like, when that type of thing occurs, or when it shows up, I feel like that's when you're going to be really experiencing the spiritual lift, the spiritual backup, the spiritual support that you have from Great Spirit, or your divine support team, or your angels, or what have it. Okay, so very prosperous and powerful time that you guys are going to be coming into. And I'm being called again to just really set boundaries for yourself. And also just know that you can do this and that you are supported. And again, it's just going to be a very, very, very powerful and abundant time for you. And okay, now I'm getting it. Spirit wants me to tell you, as you move forward, continue to stand in your light, continue to stand in your power, and don't let anything stop you or weigh you down, because you're really coming into a time of great abundance, prosperity, and power for yourself. Really stepping into that. Okay, I feel like there was another part of the message, and I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Also, if you do experience some kind of obstacle or challenge or conflict with outside sources, I feel like Spirit is saying it's not even worth your time and energy to debate anything with them, because you don't have anything to prove to anyone. So it's not worth your time or energy, because Spirit is going to be showing and proving to you just exactly what, like what you're made of, your potential, your power. And it feels kind of funny to say, but the only one that you have to prove is to yourself. But that doesn't even feel right to say. I just don't know any other way to say it. So I'm going to hop into the oracle cards now. I know this message was kind of short, but this is just how it's coming through. So let's get right into the oracle cards for clarity and confirmation. Excuse me. So we have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. This is exactly what I was talking about with you guys. Really coming into a space where you're going to be very strongly and clearly connecting to Great Spirit and your spirit guides and your angels, where they're kind of going to be ushering you in the next steps and directions and supporting you and backing you and helping you remain and stand in your power. That really solidifies what I said. Oh, that's too many cards. Too many. Okay, next we have Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. So you have something important to share, follow the inner call, and don't let anything stop you. Again, what I was saying, where I felt like Great Spirit or my spirit guides were telling me to tell you not to let anything stop you, any outside sources or challenges that may arise. It's not even worth your time and energy to debate or argue anything with them. And when this card shows up, it's really, the message of this card is really emphasizing exactly what you are supposed to be doing in regards to your mission or your purpose, because it says teacher awakens. And I did say that you guys would be going through some kind of awakening. So I also feel like you guys might be going through some kind of initiation as well. And that initiations are different for each person based on their spiritual path. Some experience it to a more lighter degree, where others it feels more, I don't want to say intense, but we can use it. We can use that word for now. And this has to do with your gifts too. So sharing your gifts, your mission, your purpose, and teacher awaken. So this is really in alignment so far with what I've already said. And at the bottom of the deck is Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. A lot of confirmations already. Okay, so let's move on to the next deck here. Okay, so this card came up in reverse, and it's, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. So I'm just going to show it to you, because I honestly am not sure how to pronounce that correctly, and I don't want to say it the wrong way out of respect. It's a really pretty card. I don't ever think I've pulled this card before, but it did come up in reverse, so let's see what it says. Let's see what this card is about. What page would that be on? '89. Okay. Okay, so it says self-study. I did say that you guys would be going through some kind of an awakening. Okay, so it says, who are you? It may sound like an abrupt question, but it's one you should be asking yourself every day. We don't ask ourselves who we are. We take on versions of ourselves that other people sized us for. In truth, you are not your personality. That is a temporary and ever-changing facade you use to interact with the outside world. This is the time to go deeper into the very nature of the self. The self is beyond personality, quizzes, or even doshas. This self is an infinite soul, one that exists across experiences, bodies, personalities, and even lifetimes. Regain touch with this deep-seated self by doing things that make you forget who you are. Meditate, dance, chant mantras, spend time immersed in nature, move past the mind. Okay, so I'm being drawn back to the Five of Swords card when I said that if it's not outside sources, then it's something internally, like imposter syndrome. I feel like that this is what this card is referring to, moving past the mind and getting out of that imposter syndrome or whatever kind of internal challenges that you resonate with, you know, that you feel, that you experience, that this card is hinting at for you, if it resonates for you. I feel like this card is talking about moving beyond that. So it says, you will notice your personality quickly shifts and anchors into your truth when you've reunited with your soul. And that really goes back to what I was saying with you guys going through some awakening of some sort. Okay. So that is that card. I actually want to do one more from this deck. All right. So I'll shuffle a couple more times, and then if we don't get another card, I will move on to the next deck. Okay, wow. Okay, this one also came up in reverse. Dhumavati. I think I know what this card is about. I think I've had it before for myself. So it came up in reverse. All right. Dhumavati. All right. It says goddess of disappointment and letting go. Interesting. So letting go is not always a bad thing when you know it's making space for something better. Dhumavati is the pain and the struggle that makes you who you are. She is the phase right before enlightenment. Okay, and I did say awakening. When you experience the void, she is your shadow self, the thing you didn't want to look at, even though it is a core part of who you are. She is moving past the illusion, Maya, looking life and death right in the eye and seeing they are both sides of the same coin. Know that Dhumavati is guiding you through this difficult time, and your highest self awaits on the other side. So again, that really coincides with what I was talking about with the awakening. And it even goes really well with this card, where it's talking about moving past the mind, and where it's talking about personalities and the things that we are actually not. And this card too, it says teacher awakens. And share gifts with others, waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I really feel like you guys are going to be moving into an awakening and moving past a version of yourself or something that was holding you back, and it's sort of going to kind of be launching you forward even more so into this really powerful time, connecting with your spirit guides and great spirit and your mission, your soul calling, your purpose, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Wow. Really powerful energy that I was getting with this reading. All right, so let's do feeling this deck next. This one's kind of calling. Interesting. So we got the plant kava kava, and it says community. Interesting. Community. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have comfrey, and it says completion. And again, that makes me think of the awakening, completing something, a cycle. All right. Excuse me. All right, so what does kava kava say? So the main energy of the card is celebration, kinship with tribe, community, friendship, union, finding your chosen family. So it tells a little bit about the plant, and then it has like your main divination meaning. So I'm gonna read both because when I use this card, I often find that people somehow relate to a little bit of the history or background behind this plant. So here we go. Kava in Tongan means bitter, and in Hawaii it's called awa. Legend has it that kava was brought over to the islands by the gods Cain and Canola from their ancestral Polynesia. Kava was known as the drink of the gods and honored across the Pacific Islands. Kava is believed to first have originated in northern Vanuatu thousands of years ago. Considering the plant lacks seeds or a means to self-propagate, it is believed that it was tended to by the gods until the first indigenous people arrived. Kava tea was regarded as a blessing and poured onto shrines, then later drunk by the kahuna, or spiritual leader of the ceremony. It was considered holy and only given to those of high rank, but eventually it became more widely acceptable, and to this day, it is drunk in ceremony to bring the community together. Sometimes called the intoxicating pepper, the effects of kava are a curious combination of deep relaxation alongside stimulation to the central nervous system. Give me just a second. I'm going to close the door. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so kava is relaxing to muscle and dampens pain while increasing the flow of thoughts. Kava can greatly increase mental clarity, ease depression, confusion, and sorrow, and sharpen intuition. Kava directly affects the limbic system, the control center of our emotions, just as the moon does. So, I don't know this word, Plutonian herbs like kava cause deep transformation that kind of goes back to the awakening in our emotional mind. The energy of Pluto is that of regeneration, allowing us to decompress from accumulated emotions through the volcanic power of Catharis. So, here's the main divination meaning. Kava's energy moves through our nervous system like a butterfly, relaxing, widening, and assisting us in surrendering. Although you might be amid an important moment in your life, remember that you don't have to do it alone. Okay, so I'm going to pause the message for right there because it says, although you might be amid an important moment in your life, this draws me back to what I was saying, where you're going to be coming into a really fruitful, prosperous, and powerful time. It says, remember that you do not have to do it alone. And then that makes me think of you being very connected to your spiritual support and backup, getting the guidance, the downloads, and the clarity that you need for your next steps on your path. When you widen your circles intentionally, you receive support from the universe and others to join you on the path. To fully draw upon butterfly medicine, it gently invites us to observe our position in the community in this moment. Are you a protector, creator, connector, or visionary? And how does that correlate this moment in your life alongside your personal evolution? Egg, caterpillar, cocoon, or butterfly? And now that I think of it, the butterfly symbolizes metamorphosis and transformation, which both of these two cards have to deal with. Oftentimes, finding your purpose, and I mentioned your purpose in this reading, oftentimes finding your purpose within your community and the parallels with your inner journey can provide great relief and meaning. Wow. Wow, that really correlates with the reading. Matches perfectly with what I said. Okay, so let's get one more oracle card. And I apologize if there's a bit of a distraction when reading this card. I didn't realize I had my door open, and I just had a couple of family members come home. And they don't know that I was in the middle of a reading. So, all right. So, spirit guides, what message do you have to wrap up this reading for everyone? Okay. So we have, wow, empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And before I go into the guidebook message, I just have to say that this brings me back to what I was saying earlier about setting up boundaries. And it also kind of goes with this card too, because it talks about how we took on things that in other ways that other people wanted to mold us or form us, and things that are not us. It's like a breaking down of that. And then this card talks about letting go. And I feel like these three cards really correlate with each other when it's talking about observing what's not ours and letting all of that go, the shedding, and then the reawakening and the birthing process, right? The metamorphosis. It's letting go of those things that do not belong to us so we can fully step into our light, our power, and what we're called to do, and letting go, a shedding of whatever was holding us back. And it also makes me think of what I was saying again with the boundaries, about like if you come across any opposing outside things or challenges or conflict, I feel like this card is also telling you not to take that in. Like Spirit was saying, it's not even going to be worth your time and energy to argue or debate that, because Spirit is going to be showing you regardless. It's like you don't have to buy into that. You don't have to argue or debate anything with them, because I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be proving to you X, Y, and Z, or supporting you in X, Y, and Z. You have nothing to prove, nothing to show. Just, you know, focus on you, focus on your guidance, focus on your steps. So, empathic starseed. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but I know people love to hear from the guidebook, so for those that are interested, I will go ahead and do that. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here, thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. And that makes me think of the community card. And another, my ear's ringing as I'm talking about this. So with the community card, maybe one of those ways you can set up those boundaries is just by really immersing yourself in that small niche of people that you know that support you and back you. Or maybe that's just spending time alone with your divine counsel, your spirit guides, your angels, however this resonates with you. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Do not put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressure to keep up a certain pace, I feel like that is tying to the outside challenges, obstacles, or conflicts, etc. Instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressure off the world of your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. And again, this makes me think back to what I said. Spirit is like saying you don't have to prove or show anything. I am going to be doing that for you. I'm going to be providing for you. I'm going to be showing you. It's like you're trying to prove yourself something or trying to prove others something, or you might feel pressured in doing that in some capacity. And Spirit is like saying it's not worth your time or energy. Like you don't have to worry about it. Okay, where am I with this? This could be a phase you're going through or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others right now, you're being called to keep something for yourself. You do not need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Instead, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Then it says, how can you take better care of yourself energetically? So you guys, this is all that I am getting for you today. I hope this brought you the confirmation and clarity that you needed. Thank you for supporting me and backing me up. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this reading. I am here for anybody, so always feel free to reach out. And I just hope that this served you greatly. So with all of my love and respect and appreciation for you, I leave you with this. And God bless you and Goddess guide you always. Bye-bye.